single day I'm gonna make something great. That's my way. Every single day I'm gonna make something great. That's my way.
What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be another story time, but this story time is going to be about how I got played. I never thought in my whole life that I would ever get played this hard in a relationship. Like, all my relationships, I had people lie, cheat, steal from me, abuse me physically, mentally, and emotionally. But I have never in my life been played by both parties. Like, what the... So, basically, this is what it is. I was dating a girl for 4 years. We had a whole bunch of issues. We were together for 4 years, planning our future, planning a wedding, planning on having kids. You know what I'm saying? This year right here, if we were still together, married. And then the next couple years, kids. All of that. So, even though we had our ups and downs, I loved her to the moon and back. And I thought that the love was mutual. That's why you cannot always believe somebody when they be like, oh yeah, I love you so much. You're my world. You're this, you're that. Because if you love somebody that much, there is nothing and no one that can take you from them. Like losing them, the mere thought of losing them would make your world crumble. That's what I think. Because at the end of the day, if I love somebody that much, that's how I would see it. I would never ever want to lose them. Of course you're going to fight in relationships. Of course you ain't going to agree on everything in relationships. But that's what makes a relationship. Other than you two being able to come together and communicate. Trust one another. But, anywho, to continue on with the story. So, during the time that we were going through one of our down moments where it's like neither one of us wanted to be around each other and we just needed space, but we really couldn't get the space because we was working together and we was living together, so we saw each other day in, day out. Mind you, we had 2 bedrooms, but she is petty. She is so petty. She will come in and out of a room, make unnecessary noise, or play loud music, or just talk on the phone super loud just to see if she can get a rise out of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you are saying, give me time to be alone to myself, you know what I'm saying, before I say something I regret, then why can't you give that person that time and that space if you don't want them to physically leave the house? You have another room you can go into. Why not go into that room and just not be such a nuisance? And she could never do that. She was very immature, but I loved her with all of me. So anyway, she would do all those types of things until the point where she ended up getting very violent and in a way like she wanted to kill me type thing. And that's one thing I don't play about. I don't play about my life. So if you're threatening my life, and the means of you gonna actually kill me and I didn't do anything to you, but try to fix what's broken in us, then I don't want to be around you, okay? So I left for like a month. Not even really a full month, but almost a month I left. And she hit me back and was like, hey, I'm moving to a 1-bedroom. You can have it too. And I was like, okay, cool. I got this new job. I still got my side job. I can afford it. So I was like, okay, move back into the apartment that we shared. She moved to another one downstairs that was 1-bedroom. So everything was good. We were still cordial with each other. We were still hanging out, talking, chilling, all that. But then things started getting a little different when she was talking to was somebody that we worked with. And I didn't find that out until later, way later. So I ended up driving around on the side where she lived. And I seen a car of the girl that we worked with in front of her apartment door. Mind you, This is the same girl that I had been talking to weeks after me and my ex had broke up. Telling her how much I miss her, how much I love her, how much I want her back. And she's sitting there, well, get her back. That's the love of your life. Get your girl, fight for her, whoop de whoop. So I'm just kind of baffled at, seeing her car parked outside of my ex apartment. So I hit her up on my way to work, like, hey girl, what you doing? And she texts me, oh, nothing, in my ex face. And I'm like, I know I ain't blind. I know I just seen her car sitting outside my ex apartment. Like, I was like, oh, okay. But other than that, what you been up to? So she proceeds to just talk about da. And then I was like, oh, I could have swore I saw your car outside. No, that wasn't me. So by the time I get off the phone with her, I pull up at work. Here's my ex calling my phone. She is going off on me. I'm like, hold up, why are you yelling at me? And why do you sound so upset? Somebody said, you just don't know how to keep your mouth shut. You always talking about something. And the only person that I had talked to was the girl that we work with. So basically, you just told on yourself by calling me, going off on me, saying that I talk too much, I run my mouth too much. And I'm like, if you're this upset, then she must be the one that you're talking to. She was like, if she was, you done ruined it. How I ruined something that I didn't even know was a thing? And you flawed as fuck for even talking to her, knowing that I liked her as an acquaintance. You know what I'm saying? I was talking to her about us. Because she was in a 3-year relationship, and I thought that I can get advice from her. Just like you would get advice from your parents or your best friend or whoever about certain situations because they've been through it. That's what I did with that girl. Not knowing that this motherfucker was smashing my ex the whole time. That's the reason why it was so easy for my ex to move on and be with her versus fix what she had for the last 4 years. Then both of them want to sit there and lie through their teeth. Because I told the girl, I was like, hey, come to my house when I get off. We need to have a talk face to face because this really isn't sitting well with me. And I would like for us to talk face to face. And she was like, why we need to talk? I'll come, but why we need to talk? I was like, because I just need to get some stuff off my chest and I just don't feel comfortable with it. So she showed up to my apartment. We had like a 2-hour-long conversation when I got off at 7 o'clock that morning. 2-hour-long conversation. I'm telling her every single thing I saw in my ex phone. I'm telling her all the little videos, little sex videos of this unknown female with a fat pimply ass. Telling her about that and telling her what my ex said about the person. You know what I'm saying? The whole time she's sitting there knowing she's the person. Knowing that she's the person. But she's sitting there, girl, nah, that ain't me. You cool with me. I would never do you like that and stuff. Now, if somebody is confronting you and you know that it's you and they giving you an opportunity to just come clean and just say it, why wouldn't you just say it? Because I even told her, I was like, you know what? Even if you are the one that's sleeping with her, I'm not even going to be mad. You can have her. But I would just want you to be honest and just come out and tell me. She never told me. She just, oh, no, I ain't talking to her no more. I don't talk to her like that. I only talk to her when I'm at work and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, so after that 2-hour-long conversation, I'm thinking everything is cool between us. So later on that night, she had to go to work. And I'm walking my dog around the apartment complex, something I always do every night. Walk the dog. So I'm walking, and she had sent me a text message earlier showing me what she had sent my ex, saying that she's not going to talk to her no more and how she's a liar and all that kind of stuff. And like I said, the whole 2 hours we were there, she telling me stuff about coworkers that I don't even work with no more, that I hadn't even spoke to in so long. So, I mean, you telling me other people's business that I haven't even talked to in forever. And then the people that she was telling me who business it was, I was cool with them. So, of course, I'm going to tell them, like, at the end of the day, you ain't nothing but a snake in the grass. So, therefore, I'm going to take what you say with a grain of salt. And I'm going, keep pushing. So, like I said, walking my dog, talking on the phone around the apartment complex, cooling, something I always do. I see the chick pull up, who in the passenger seat? My ex. And I look, and the car go by, I'm like, hey. They ain't even look at me, they ain't even wave, they ain't do nothing. So I was like, okay. So I moseyed on around to my ex apartment door, and I stood there by the girl car, waiting for my ex to get out the passenger side. She looking at me, what you want? I was like, get out the car. What do you mean, what do I want? Get out the car. What? What is it? So I'm like, so you act like you can't talk to me now? Like, no, just very in my feelings and stuff. And I'm just like very confused on why y'all together and you just sent me a whole long ass message about how you not finna hang out with her no more because you don't want to be in the middle of our drama or whatever. It just seemed very fake. So the next day, she is getting mad at me because I told the person that she was talking about what she said about them and their relationship. And like I said, why would I have the time to just come up with some bullshit scenario of someone else's relationship that I haven't talked to since I was last working at that facility? You know what I mean? Me and that person, we're on good terms. I mean, we don't have no bad blood between each other. So why would I make up a story to tell this person? Like, that's stupid. You're mad at me because that girl never fucking wanted you because she probably know you was a thought pocket or a home wrecker, which the fuck you was. And your pussy probably stank because it looked like it on that video. Because if I had the video, best believe I would post that. Anyway, she was just so upset, making all kind of threats, even left a voicemail, trying to be all, nice, nasty, and I just laughed it off. Then my ex-mama calling me from Louisiana, talking about what she gonna do. Girl, this ain't got nothing to do with you. And that's another issue I have with my ex. She always told her parents everything. Well, her mama. She told her mama every single thing that happened in her relationship. And you cannot have a healthy relationship if you're going to run and have everybody in your business. What you go through in your relationship, the ups and downs, it ain't for everybody. You feel me? That should be just between you and your partner. You and your partner. If y'all have a disagreement between you and your partner, not you, your partner, and the whole wide world. Your mama, your daddy, sister, brother, uncle. Because at the end of the day, when you sitting there telling your parents, your cousins, your friends, or whoever, every little mess up that happens in your relationship, that'll start making them look at who you talking to a different type of way. And they gonna sit there and be wondering like, well, why you still putting up with it? Why you still with her? I don't want her around because what you told me. You know what I'm saying? You just make them look bad when that's not even the case. So she had a bad habit of doing that. Everything. She told her mama, and what she do? Play the victim. Never ever told her side of the story. She always tried to make it seem like it was always me. I don't have a reason to lie. I don't have a reason to dislike anyone. But at the end of the day, when you sit there and you constantly lie in my face and act like you ain't did nothing, knowing you did, that right there is like spitting in my face. Outside one day, changing my tire on my car in the rain. A sheriff walked up to me. He hands me restraining order papers. And I'm like, what in the world? He was like, yeah, so-and-so got this restraining order on you, and the court date is coming up really soon. So I didn't do anything to her. Her and her little Oompa Loompa girlfriend is the one that's, making threats to me, saying all kind of crazy stuff. You know what I mean? Like I said, you got one sumo wrestler and then one Tales from the Crypt. You got them trying to team up on me. Like, I didn't do anything to y'all. Y'all the one played me like a fiddle. One of them trying to, the little Oompa Loompa, she trying to befriend me and be this, good person and trying to give me advice and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And then Tales from the Crypt over here, I'm thinking that she's in love with me and all this and that, but she really ain't. Just, y'all deserve each other. You really do. Because at the end of the day, I didn't do anything to deserve that. If you weren't happy with me, all you had to do is say, look, this ain't working. I don't want to be with you no more. Period. That's all you had to say. I don't want to be with you no more. This ain't working for me. But instead, she chose to creep around with a girl that we worked with for the last 6 months. Hell, from the point the girl started working there. up until the point we broke up in March sometime. March of last year. So me and my ex, we broke up since March of last year. And she had been talking to that girl for I don't know how long, for probably about 6 to 7 months. I don't know. But like I said, me and my ex broke up March of last year. Next thing I know, she in a relationship. Like a week later. And I'm like, okay. But on that note, there's somebody out there who's been through what I've been through or could possibly be going through what I may be going through. And I just want to share it. That's all. But at the end of the day, hope you like this video. Give it a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed already, please subscribe. Thanks for tuning in.
The lawful harassment, because when she calls me on my job calling about some shit you doing, I don't play by my job, bitch. I will fuck you up. I'm finna call the law, so you keep this recording and give it to them. Don't play with my girl. I'm finna call them from here and have them come to your house. I'm going to say this as possibly calm as I can. I don't know what the fuck or who the fuck you take me for, but as far as you some shit about her, bitch, you know I did. So, when I see you, we gonna have a fucking problem. You think you fucking turned up. No, bitch, I turned the fuck up and I turned the fuck out. I have officially had it up to here with you, Miss Ebony. So when you see me, that's all it's gonna be. Because how the fuck dare you go and lie to this girl, got this bitch texting me on some fugazi ass shit that I came and told you some motherfucking shit. So when I see you, that's it. Point blank motherfucking period. Because I'm tired of this shit.